All right, good morning, traders. Today is November 6th, 2023. My morning SPY pivot is 435. Above, I'm a bull. Below, I'm a bear. Even after 5 straight days, all 4 indices and the FNGU still remain in daily downtrends with lower highs and lower lows. All right, I'm watching for either a higher low through consolidation or a pullback to make the higher low. USO tested the consolidation low of 74 back on Friday. UNG remains sloppy but still in a daily uptrend. Gold is consolidating over the 182 level. Silver remains in the daily downtrend but has returned to the consolidation channel over 2050. The US dollar index is headed back. It's taking a dip. It's having a pullback to 104.60 minor support or 103.50, the rising 200 SMA. I'm cautiously bullish after 5 straight days up in the markets. Let's go take a look at some charts. So let's take that down, push that up, get the daily chart out. All right, so here we are with SPY daily chart. Still got lower highs and lower lows. So we're in a daily downtrend. Had 5 straight days up, ripping to the upside. Looks like they're headed for this downtrend line right through here. All right, I'm looking for maybe a pullback, J-hook to head back up there. We'll see what happens. But there's SPY with a V bottom right there with a nice rip back up to challenge. This would be minor resistance. This would be major resistance. If they break through major resistance, then we have to assume that their charts are now bullish. We'll see what happens. There's SPY. We'll watch for a MMRP to develop on that. Maybe some consolidation, pullback, and we'll see what happens there. So on the 10-minute chart, if you look at where the common area is, right about 435, right there, where price action seemed to tell us is an important number by going up there, getting over it, pulling back, and trading on top of it a couple times. So there's SPY. Morning pivot, 435. Head back to the daily chart. Again, you can see we're still in a downtrend. We still have lower highs and lower lows, irregardless of the 5 green candles to the upside on last week. So what a rip we had last week. So let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ, same thing. 5 straight days ripping up. Still got lower highs and lower lows. Still in a downtrend. All right. That's a very bullish move right there. Those 5 straight days to the upside. But it's still in a downtrend. I'm still waiting for them to produce the higher low and then break the high. Okay, that's going to show me that there's a new uptrend. Or we could consolidate over to the right for, 6 or 7 days and then break the high. That would show me as well. Let's take a look at FNGU. FNGU still in a daily downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. Yesterday's candle, well, Friday's candle, higher low, higher high. Same could be said on SPY, higher low, higher high. Same could be said about QQQ, higher low, higher high on the daily candle. But on the daily chart, we have lower highs and lower lows. So still in a downtrend on all the indices right now. So FNGU just kind of pulling back. Challenging probably the major support area here. So we got a trend line that's coming through. Let's get that in there. So if we connect that tip and that tip right there, you can see we got a little bit more ways up before we run into that trend line. So there's FNGU. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. So here's Diamond Dow all the way back up at the major resistance. That's this wick up here. 5 straight days up. Nice V bottom for the bulls. Still in a downtrend. Still have not produced any higher lows and higher highs yet. As you can see, here's the last high. It's a lower high from here. And we had a lower low. So we'll see what happens here. If they can perhaps produce a higher low and then get up there and re-challenge the recent high. So there's diamonds still in a downtrend. Let's take a look at IWM, Russell 2000. Again, we got 4 straight days up, not quite 5, got 4 straight days up. Still got lower highs and lower lows, still in a daily downtrend. But again, nice V bottom there on IWM. Let's take a look at the indicators. So for Friday, you can see we spent most of the day in the overbought zone up here. So that's T2122. Really not putting in too many. We got a higher low. Didn't quite get the higher high, but there's not much room left to move up there. They're already up at the ceiling. T2123. As you can see, it was green from the beginning of Friday to the end of Friday. So T2123 getting up and over this falling downtrend. Falling 200 period moving average right there. T2123 on the 3-bar chart. We have some space over the green trend indicator. Looking bullish right here on T2123. Right through here. You can see we are breaking this downtrend, and that's our 17 EMA trend indicator for the 3-bar chart. All right, so you can see green kind of showing up here. We'll see if they can hold on to that and have some continuation without a pullback making it red. There's T2123. FNGU indicator. Okay, you can see right here. Green from the beginning of Friday all the way to the end of Friday. So a very bullish move. Crossing over the falling 200 there on the 15-minute chart. So things are looking bullish. A little toppy if you ask me, but we'll see what happens. If they could probably continue this. We'll see what happens here. All right, so now let's go take a look at silver and gold. So let's take a look at silver first. Silver, you can see we still got lower highs and lower lows. Has not produced another higher high yet. So still in a downtrend. Nice pullback to the consolidation channel right up through there, as you can see. So here we are moving to the right, but still consolidating back here. So we'll see if silver can produce a higher high or perhaps make it to the other side of the channel. All right, let's take a look at gold. Gold's been very bullish, looking for that pullback. Still haven't seen it yet. Here's the downtrend consolidation wedge. Like to see gold pull back to about here or here, somewhere on minor support, and produce a J hook on that. So there's gold. Still kind of bullish up here, almost looking like possible triple crown. You got one peak here, metal peak here, and then another lower peak here. So it's kind of looking like a crown. This could come falling down to, well, minor support right there, maybe even the backside of this downtrend line. So we'll see what happens with gold. But gold making a nice move here. Now in an uptrend on the hourly chart, but not really put in the higher low on the daily unless you want to count these these 2-day pullbacks right here. Let's take a look at USO. You can see USO challenging the minor support right here, right around 74, 75. You can see right there. There's the USO coming all the way down to the 74 level. That's the minor support. So we got an M pattern kind of growing here on crude oil. I don't know if you went to the gas pump this weekend, but prices have come down on gasoline. I think they were below $3, which is amazing. So I don't know what's going on, but USO having a nice pullback here to the minor support. Not sure if they can hold it up there. And we have a lower high. So right now it looks like it's consolidating right now. But we do have a lower high. We'll see if they come down here, break this low, and create a lower low, and then create a lower high. We'll see what happens. But right now, still in a daily uptrend with higher lows and higher highs. Just consolidating over 74. UNG. All right, so here's the low. We got a higher low and a higher high. And then we got another higher low and not a higher high. But following that high, we got another higher low. So we'll see what happens today. UNG. Looking like it's back in an uptrend, a little extended up here, so it'll probably take them a while to revisit the $8 level. As you can see, we're gapping down, challenging this recent low we had here early this morning. So there's a little bit of buying opportunity if you're interested in UNG. You can just drag this over here and pop this in right there. You can see we're almost 678 is the uptrend line, and we are at $7 right here. So there's UNG. Take a look at the US dollar index and see what we got there on the dollar index. We've got right here, here's a move up, and then we consolidated. And now we're breaking out to the low side here, testing this minor support over here on these peaks over there. So we could find a home there or down here at 104.60. That's the next level of minor support. And just below that is a curling 200 period moving average on the daily chart. So we'll see what happens here. As the dollar loses value, it's very good for the markets because, well, makes our goods and services less expensive overseas and in foreign countries due to the conversion rate. So that's very good for our markets when the dollar loses value. As you can see, China has a very low conversion rate, a very low value on the, I think it's the yuan or the yen, not sure which one it is, but consequently they get quite a bit of exports. So we'll see what happens. And they do quite well on their economy. Here's the economic calendar. You can see today, not much is going on. Tomorrow, international trade goods and services at 8:30. A couple of Fed speakers. Consumer credit at 3 p.m. Wednesday, MBA mortgage applications. EIA petroleum status at 10:30. Another Fed speaker. So really light week when it comes to economics. They're probably getting ready for, I guess, the end of the year wrap up here. So it doesn't look like much of anything is happening on the economic front. On the earnings front, earnings for today, we've got Rainier Holdings, $106 billion, and earnings for tomorrow. We got Gilead's going to report tomorrow evening. Uber's going to report tomorrow morning, and UBS. So not much happening there. None of the big caps. Okay, Disney's going to report on Wednesday, $155 billion right there. That's it. So light calendar so far at the beginning of the week for the earnings front. So that's it. So I'm going to take questions in the room. I want to ask you people out there in YouTube, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you'd like to be a member, we've got a trial. It's down there in the description. We do have open house on the 9th. And my buddy Rick at Hit and Run Candlesticks is having a contest of who can get the closest SPY as to where the SPY is going to close on Wednesday at 4 p.m. So there's a contest with prizes. If you want to get registered for that, that's also a link in the description.